Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, it's a Baton Rouge treasure and a great center for learning, but it's also a place where you can pass a good time. It's the LSU Rural Life Museum, and here to tell us all about the upcoming Zapps International Beer Fest is Molly Sanchez. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
For people who might not be familiar with the museum, just real quickly, tell me a little bit about what you offer to our community.
The museum is really a historical environment where we have various artifacts from the 1800s and buildings that have been donated from plantations within Louisiana. They tell the life of rural Louisianians, and really we have a lot of events going on there throughout the year.
One of those big events coming up is what you're here to talk about today. I mean, I can't think of anything that goes better with potato chips than beer, and you have the ideal event for that, right? Tell us all about it.
Certainly, it's the 9th annual Zapps International Beer Fest. It was started by Zapps Potato Chips by the founder, Ron Zappi, and we offer all the various brews. The major breweries are there, and the home brews and foreign and domestic beers. You can sample over 200 varieties while you're out there. It's a fun afternoon. You get all the Zapps potato chips that you might like to enjoy while you're there. So April 6th is the date.
And what time is it?
It's at 3:30 in the afternoon, and just come out. You can buy tickets ahead of time, $30 at the Rural Life Museum, and be sure and have an ID, of course, because it is for patrons over 21.
Might be one to leave the kids at home for,
right?
Right,
exactly. It's certainly a fun time.
That sounds like a blast, and I know that that is, you know, but one of many great events you have throughout the year at the museum. Tell us a little bit more about some of the other things that you're doing up there.
Certainly, we have events all year. We have an Easter event coming up on March 24th, and we have a new event coming up in May. That's the Symphony Pops at Rural Life. It's an outdoor concert with the Baton Rouge Symphony. We have Evening at Windrush, which is a progressive dinner, and when we get into the fall, we have Harvest Days, which is where our artisans really are on display and showcasing the work of what life was like back then in the 1800s at the Harvest Days and the Rural Life Christmas.
Having attended a couple of those in the years past out there, I know what a great time, and it's obviously such a beautiful setting for that. I mean, tell the folks a little bit about the atmosphere that the museum provides.
Sure. Well, certainly the Burden family was instrumental in giving that property to LSU, and it's 450 acres on the entire property, which some of it is the LSU Ag Center, and then the Rural Life Museum is about 25 acres right off of Essen Lane, so you wouldn't believe that it's right there in the middle of Baton Rouge. It's a wonderful outdoor environment, very peaceful and nice artifacts and a lot to see and do.
You know, I know you're adding new events all the time. I mean, talk to me a little bit about some of your past successes with some of these events that you've had up to this point.
Sure. We have, events all year, pretty much one a month at least. You know, we have all the ones I mentioned, and we have other things that we do as well. We had a tea and fashion show just recently in February where we featured Suzanne Perron, a famous designer from New Orleans, and the Crew Mystique showcased some of their fashions, and we had a English tea menu for all the ladies mostly came to that event. We have a lot of activities for children, Easter event, a Halloween event. You know, it's just a fun environment.
And I know just from having gone myself, it's something that it's growing every year, right?
Right, certainly. We get about 66,000 visitors a year. We get a lot of tour companies and school groups that come out, and families with their children just come out on a daily basis. We're open every day of the week, 8:30 to 5, so it's a good place to go and experience history and a lot to do.
So for folks who want to take part in those libations and you know, some of Louisiana's finest potato chips, give everybody the scoop on where they can find out more about that.
Sure. Go to the Rural Life Museum. You have to come in person to purchase your tickets for $30 because we do have to check IDs. So if you could purchase your tickets ahead, there are limited tickets available. About 1,500 will be sold.
Sounds like a great time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well, if you